Rangers' defensive struggles have been a major talking point this season, and one summer signing is now at the centre of growing criticism. After a series of unconvincing performances, fresh calls have emerged urging the club to take decisive action over his future. As pressure mounts ahead of the January transfer window, key voices in Scottish football believe the time has come for Rangers to make a bold decision regarding one of their most disappointing recruits. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Andy Halliday admits he was wrong with his criticism of Mikey Moore, who looks a different player under Danny Röhl. The Spurs loanee had struggled to get going in the early stages of his loan under Russell Martin, and Halliday felt the wide man hadn't even shown any flashes to suggest his move could be a success. However, he has been one of the best contributors since the new head coach came in and scored his first goal during a man-of-the-match display against Dundee. Halliday has backtracked on his comments and admits he stands corrected, having suggested the 18-year-old wasn't equipped for the demands of playing for Rangers. Speaking on Radio Clyde's Super Scoreboard, he said, "I can only give my honest opinion and his time at Rangers before Danny Röhl came into the door. I never saw any good performances, any flashes from Mikey Moore to suggest he was ready for the expectations and the demands of Rangers. Since Danny Röhl has come in the door, I stand corrected. I think he has been excellent in 4 out of 5 games he has played in, and he just looks like a completely different player. He has that freedom and that little bit of not quite a free role, but freedom to roam about the inside of the pitch and create and get on the end of things." Now, Nacer Jiga's time at Rangers has quickly gone from hopeful to disastrous, with the on-loan Wolves defender facing relentless criticism for his performances since arriving at Ibrox in the summer. The 22-year-old Burkina Faso international was brought in to add energy and defensive steel to the backline. Yet he's instead found himself under fire for a string of poor displays and costly mistakes. Despite his form, Jiga has continued to feature prominently under Danny Röhl, often deployed on the right side of a back three. His lapses in concentration, however, have been brutally exposed, with supporters and pundits alike questioning his place in the starting lineup. Even during Russell Martin's brief spell, the young defender's flaws were laid bare, and patience within the Rangers fanbase is wearing thin. Journalist Mark Guidi has become the latest voice to express frustration over Jiga's displays, arguing that Rangers should look to end his loan spell early. Speaking on the Go Radio Football Show on the 11th of November, Guidi didn't hold back in his assessment. "You look at some of the Rangers players and you think there has to be some sort of improvement, otherwise they wouldn't be near the team," he said. "If there is an opportunity to send Jiga back to Wolves, it must be done." Jiga's struggles have been evident from the start. His red card against Dundee on 9th August set the tone for a turbulent spell, while his nightmare outing in the 6-0 defeat to Club Brugge on the 27th of August drew heavy criticism from Rangers legend Alain McCoist, who described his performance as completely unacceptable. BBC journalist Tom English also weighed in recently, claiming that Jiga is not good enough to be a Rangers player. Yet, there have been rare flashes of promise. His display in the 1-0 win over Hibs hinted at potential, strong in the air, and composed in one-on-one situations. But these moments have been few and far between. Jiga looks like a defender stripped of confidence, struggling to handle the pressure and expectations that come with wearing the Rangers badge. Guidi, however, did not limit his criticism to Jiga alone. He also pointed towards Rangers' recent recruitment issues, suggesting that Kevin Thelwell's transfer decisions have failed to deliver. The journalist was particularly critical of Emmanuel Fernandez and Max Aarons, both of whom have failed to impress since joining the club. Fernandez came in from Peterborough and we've hardly seen him. Aarons has come in on loan from Bournemouth and he's on big wages. I'm not a fan of him, Guidi added. Fernandes, a £3.5 million signing from League One side Peterborough, has made just 3 appearances this season and remains a mystery figure in the squad. Aarons, meanwhile, has struggled to adapt to the intensity and physical demands of Scottish football, with injuries and inconsistency halting any momentum he hoped to build. For Thelwell, the club's sporting director, the pressure is mounting. His short tenure has been marred by questionable deals and limited returns from recent signings. If Giga and Aarons continue to falter, Rangers may have little choice but to cut their losses in January, terminating both loan agreements and reassessing their recruitment strategy. As for Fernandes, his situation appears less urgent but no less concerning. Without a clear development pathway, the 22-year-old risks becoming another example of wasted potential. If Rangers are serious about challenging for honours under Roll, major decisions await in the winter window, starting with the futures of Giga, Aarons and Fernandes. For now though, all eyes remain on Giga. Once seen as a promising young defender capable of growing into the role, he now finds himself fighting for credibility and confidence in front of a demanding fanbase. Unless there's a sharp turnaround in form, his spell at Ibrox could be set to end as quickly as it began. In other news, Albania boss Silvino has defended his selection of forgotten Rangers midfielder Nedum Barami, and he's revealed that the midfielder is not happy with his lack of playing time at Ibrox. Barami looks set to line up for his country in their World Cup doubleheader against Andorra and England. But he has been completely overlooked this season by both axed former boss Russell Martin and new manager Danny Roll. He has started just 1 game this term, a League Cup tie against Alloa, where he scored and hasn't featured at all for Rangers since he came on as a late sub in Martin's last game as boss at Falkirk. He was also omitted from Rangers' Europa League squad. But the 26-year-old remains a key man for Albania and scored for them in his last match. A friendly win against Jordan, and Brazilian boss Silvino has stressed he still has faith in him. He pointed out, "Barami has been part of a very good journey with us. Do you know who our top scorer has been in the last 3 years? It's Barami with 7 goals. So I want players who know how to score goals in my squad. It's true that I am not happy or satisfied with his position at his club, and he is not satisfied either. But I look at his numbers and have faith in him." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.